me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On first down, Harris. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the 44, Goff. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. First and goal at the 9-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Johnson to return it. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
8 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, Haskins. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the give, this is Harris. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 65 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Harris, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Goff now to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
To the air again. Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Haskins will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, it's Haskins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Haskins' throw complete to Freiermuth. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, That'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go play action now. Haskins toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll go down at the 28.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Rolling to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Fighting through. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Harris. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 138 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw, Haskins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking for the end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Lane. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now. And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They go play action with Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. On the ground, it's Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and a few. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the red zone now, Goff. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's complete, right around the 8. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Point after by Lambeau, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.